How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Carlson here. It's time for another episode of the Vampire Diaries. It's episode 9 of season 7, so we're approaching the halfway mark for this season. So looking forward to seeing where we end off. Are we going to jump 3 years into the future? Because I guarantee it's going to happen. Whether it's going to be at the halfway mark, or whether it's going to be maybe later down the line this season. I imagine we will have some kind of time skip, because like I said, it's not like this is a probable future. We don't have a multiverse situation going on, so yeah. But, what we can be very certain on is the fact that Lily is dead. For real this time. There are no... Well, I mean, she did die, obviously, to become a vampire. But for Stefan and Damon, the biggest heartbreak was the fact that they thought Lily was gone. Gone forever. Never coming back, of course. So, yeah. But this time she is dead. So, yeah. She might make appearances and all of that, as we know in the flash forwards, but there is some kind of with Damon, he was hallucinating Lily, so where guilt might have crept up on him compared to what's going on in the present day. So yeah, but we're still in the dark about the mysterious person, of course, so that is hunting these characters, Damon, really, so, yeah, but, I think they were after Stefan, originally, so, given, the whole Mark shenanigans that Julian has, so, yeah, but, yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what is going to happen over the course of these next couple of episodes, especially as we enter, the midway point. So, with that said, it's the Vampire Diaries. It is episode number 9 of season 7. Let's go.
Yeah, I burned my Porsche, so I kind of need to borrow your car.
I'm coming with you.
Yeah, I'm still against
Stefan.
that.
She already has 2 people that I care about. I'm not gonna let her have a third.
I mean, we know that Stefan and Caroline were together 3 years from now.
Did you forget? It's just us. Bill couldn't bring himself to say goodbye.
I'm sure he just couldn't find the right words to say.
Wow!
Let's get
Thought I'd never find that kind of love again.
And then Lily took you in.
You proved me wrong.
Sad for
Thank
Nora.
you,
Chance to deliver your mother's eulogy.
What I was saying in the last episode.
Good point, brother. How's this? Lily, you were a terrible mother when you were alive. You were a terrible mother when you were dead.
And we've gone from dreary to jolly.
Last year we filled 10 crates.
What a
This year
180.
we're aiming for 20.
Killed your mother. It's much more important. I can handle this.
Of course you can. Ellen? Still there?
Yes.
Shit,
Here.
I didn't think about that.
How are you?
I'm good. I'd be.
Cravings are usually a thing for pregnancy, aren't they? So, of course, it makes sense that she's going to be craving for blood a bit more.
Did I mention Bonnie saw me mix a blood bag with a jar of mayonnaise at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Ah!
And 2, I'm feeding
Ah!
so I get cravings. Fair.
Well, no matter how many rain darts and stakes you have on you.
What I need, Damon, is your actions, not your words.
Sounds like you should have brought Bo then. I'm here to help. Trust me.
What's with the rag on bow within the course of 10 minutes?
This is your fault,
Wow!
Yeah, if only I hadn't fallen in love and placed my pregnant...
This is your fault. Fuck you for getting pregnant. Fuck you for being a victim. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, but she had every right to get revenge on Julian. So, that is a bit cold. I'm sorry that she revealed the truth that Julian is a piece of shit who does not give a shit about anyone but himself. And he's still happy, like 100 and, you know, so many years later. He's still, you know, got that, he's still not fazed. The fact that he caused this to happen, he had no remorse whatsoever when Valerie showed up. Instead, he used this as an opportunity to take the piss out of the fact that he beat the shit out of her and caused her baby to die. But hey, Valerie's fault, right?
I always thought you were the nice one. And that you had a heart deep down.
It's always the nice
Guess I
ones
was
you
wrong.
least suspect, right?
Nora would blossom without you.
Get her!
Look, you clearly need help.
Not from an evil heretic who kidnapped my friend.
Yeah.
Are you really going to let that?
Well, she has a board game. Sorry.
And I'm evil.
Collection booth.
Merry Christmas, brother. I think we found him.
He knew that, though. Jesus Christ, what'd they do?
You are my backup. You're just terrible at it. And if Julian's off the rails, then good. It means he's careless. I mean, look at these wounds. They're fresh, which means he's obviously still in town. So either you help me find him, or
And he is more vulnerable to attack.
It doesn't work that way, Damon.
right.
Well, here's the deal, Bonnie. Stefan's here and he's being kind of a crazy person. He's breathing down my neck, and I was just kind of...
You're being a bit reckless. A bit too jolly. Not always a great thing.
Yeah, chapter 4, page 43.
Actually, I believe that particular quote is found in chapter 3. What, you think I'm not going to read every book that you're
She
reading?
tried to trick him.
Professor Whitmore.
Yeah, she's a student.
Was it everything okay?
Yeah, it's just my vampiring is working a little too well.
Oh, hell.
Bet she's doing really well in his class.
Oh, hell.
What do you need from me?
Excuse me?
I wasn't born yesterday. It's all right. I want to do some charity. I might as well start.
Hey, I mean, get
Have you
on
heard
this
of a
train.
town called Sunbury.
Oh, stop looking. Here it is. Well, I feel stupid. Don't you feel stupid? Because, see, Stefan and I thought you had some really great maniacal plan.
But he's drunk as
turns out you're
shit.
just a drunk sorority girl who ruins everyone's night by losing her cell phone.
Well, it has been. For the briefest of moments, I had her back in my life.
And then you drove her to death.
She was the only thing that kept the madness of the stone at bay. You know, the only thing that
And
kept me.
again, you drove her to death. So it's all on you, bud.
Julian is not one who enjoys solitude. Those towns are places he used to live.
And then I remembered
Oh.
what my old life looked like.
Oh, nah. I mean, surely David and Stefan can waste these extras, right?
Wouldn't fight.
I'm not going anywhere.
Good.
Shit.
Fine. Plan B.
Shit.
Booze-soaked flammable costumes.
Uh-oh.
Broke up. She made her choice. It was a bad one. But no buts. Okay, you need to move on and become your own person. And you can only do
Yeah,
that
it's
if
not
you're
like they've
living in the
spent 100
present
years
and not the
together.
past. Which means you need to stop thinking about her and talking about her, okay?
Jesus.
She's dead to you.
Am I?
Oh, shit.
But you are. I mean, do you realize how happy you made me? I mean, this is a
I
miracle.
mean, just mix it with mayonnaise,
Turn my
I
life
guess.
around.
I said stop!
Shit. Oh, shit.
I'm done. Mary Lou. Okay, it's over.
Yeah, okay, cool, good. Normally this would be a sad thing, but she is so...
this for a long time, haven't you? Almost like you've been planning it all along.
Oh, for crying
You're
out
paranoid,
loud.
Am I? It took you no time. Probably when I started dating you.
Wow. You know what, Nora? You deserve better. There are better women out there. Yeah.
We do no such thing. We get
Get with Bonnie.
What are you talking about?
I don't think Bonnie is LGBTQ+, but
friends, you're delusional. Trust me.
I guess you never know.
Or is it because she didn't choose poor you over Valerie?
Giving her a hall pass like always. Her little angel.
As well as the
act
whole
like a
Elena
spoiled little
thing.
brat.
And, yeah.
Coward.
I am sick of everyone giving this monster a pass. I should have gone with you. I could have ended this.
Still can. Have you seen Mary Louise?
Oh, shit. Sugar.
If you value its existence.
And I would not make threats when there's a cloaked heretic behind you.
Surprise!
Payback's a bitch.
Stay with her and make sure she...
Thank you for today. You're a very kind person and beautiful. Even if you do wear hideous tops.
I'll ship it. Norabon. Sounds like a... It's... Oh boy.
I guess I was wrong.
Oh no, no,
You
no.
and your friends are not kind at all.
Shit.
Way about your mother.
Let's just stick with Lily. Mother's incidental.
Right. I forgot. You don't care about your mother.
You don't care about Lily, so...
You. Funny. Because I would have had no problem turning mine on her.
Oof. He's like, what the
I don't
fuck,
know
man?
what hell will be, but I hope she's there.
Oh, yeet.
Hi, Mom.
God's sake, here we
I just
go.
realized that this was going to be my first Christmas without you.
Yep, I was thinking that.
But it's happening. I'm pregnant.
She's gonna name one of the kids Liz. And just know
I
it.
was having this conversation.
Plus it would be very, yeah,
I was a
Liv
human
and
carrying
Liz.
my own children. It was just sit on our kitchen counter while you burn our dinner and ask you a million questions. God, I miss you.
I didn't need that scene to pierce a hole in my heart.
Thought you ran away?
I would have killed you on sight if it weren't for your mother. I respected her.
Did you though? Did you? Oh no! I mean, it's not like he's dead. He's just gonna be suffering in hell. So that should be fun. Did they play this in season 4? When Tyler's mum died?
Call Bella. Just like you.
Now both of them are out! Damn it, Nora! Is this how they get the mark or some shit then? Cause we saw Stefan with the mark and yeah. Because I think it has a distinctive end, doesn't I don't know. But damn it, Nora. Damn it, Nora. I mean, of course, things are still going to be... like, it is going to be difficult to let go, though. For Nora. Again, it's been like 100 years. Well, more than that, of course, but... You know, something like that, you can't exactly just be like, and move on, and all of that. And not just that, though. But also, you just got to think about the fact that... they've retaliated so much, and Nora had this kind of conception about the fact that, okay, well, maybe you are decent people, and then something rash happens, and it's like, and she's still processing everything, and it's like, So, yeah. Oh, I can't wait for the next episode. So, yeah, we can kind of assume how Stefan got his scar. I guess Damon as well. I wasn't expecting both of them to be out for the count. But I was already getting the notion, well, Damon's going to have that mark as well, right? So what if Stefan stabs himself to rescue Damon? I mean, I don't think it would work like that. But I'm just thinking of, you know, something that I wrote where one character was was not hell necessarily, but it may as well have been hell, right? And then this character would, you know, put themselves in a state of vulnerability to, you know, go into said hell and rescue that person. So yeah, it was quite a brilliant. Like, I'm not trying to be, you know, inflating my own ego or anything, but I really loved writing that. So yeah, anyways, I'm not going to self-promote anymore, but I was thinking that Stefan was going to stab himself, and like I said, I know it probably wouldn't work because this is like their own individual hells or something like that, but you know, like I said, I mean, past experience made me think, oh, what if, and that's how he got his scar. So, because for all of the shit that Damon was going on about in this episode, especially with Stefan trying to get him to see the light and get him to see some kind of, he was trying to get him to see rationality, and yet Damon was like throwing it in his face. Stefan's still going to care about him. And that's it. He was not doing this in a state of annoyance in terms of trying to get him to care about Lily. But it was more so because he does care for him. He made the mention that I mentioned last week in the fourth section about the fact that, well, this would be the second time that Damon might let Stefan down because of the fact that he is so nonchalant about the death of Lily again. Because he's been burnt by her. And it's this whole situation of, do you really want this to be a memory in terms of, in terms of your last kind of interactions with Lily in a sense? So, yeah. So he's doing this in a sense of love, because you don't want to be in a position where you're going to be like, fuck that person, glad they're dead and all of that, and then, you know, what, a week later, month, whatever, you end up regretting it, and then you end up beating yourself up because I shouldn't have said that, etc. So, yeah, but, yeah, it will be very, very, interesting to see what is gonna happen with the next episode, because I do feel like it's definitely gonna focus more on Stefan and Damon encountering hell. We've seen, you know, I think it was the Civil War for Damon. We've seen Damon already encounter it, but we haven't seen anything from Stefan yet. So yeah, but it like I like when it comes to these kind of episodes, I'm always very intrigued to see where things are going to go. Like I said, I mean, going back to what I mentioned about my writing and all of that, it's something I kind of incorporated in terms of, you know, a character essentially going through hell. It was like an antimatter universe, but it was like your worst demons and all of that. And yeah, but, and there was, you know, torment being applied, but it was very interesting writing, you know, that aspect, because, you know, when you're putting a character through hell, some concepts are done differently. Like, you'll have time loops, for example, or you could just encounter every bad sin you've done and all of that. The possibilities, I guess, are endless, but it's always very interesting. I feel like putting a character through that hell is always going to be a very interesting piece of writing. I would even go as far to argue, you know, with Doctor Who, it was one of the greatest episodes with Heaven Sent, because that for me is arguably like I would say, without peering too much into the plot and all of that, but that was hell for the Doctor. So yeah. Especially with how long he was in there for mentally. But yeah, it's always great whenever you're incorporating an idea of a character or characters, as in this scenario right now, going through hell, going through whatever obstacle, whether it is their worst day on repeat, whether it's them encountering a series of their, bad sins and all of that. It doesn't necessarily have to be their worst day, but it still counts, like, especially with all of the accumulated bad things you've done and all of that, that can still break a person. So, and Stefan's worried that Damon's not going to survive with the amount of shit that he's done. Yeah, Damon's not going to survive, but how is Stefan going to... I mean, to be fair, he wasn't encountering for Nora to add to Nora. Add to. Yeah. I just felt so bad for Nora, initially, and then she just... Oop. All right. And then she just does that, so, yeah. But it's so heartbreaking because, of course, Nora, I felt like she was starting to see the light, and then, of course, that thing happened with Mary Louise where they got to her, and yeah, but yeah, she was making progress, and then that all got undone, I would say. So yeah. And I really liked the idea of Nora and Bonnie being, like, I guess, friends and all of that. I was low-key starting to ship them. So, like I said, I don't think, Bonnie is LGBTQ+, but, I mean, some could argue is sure that in terms of person of interest, because I shoot so much, and it's they are pressing heavy on that, and I'm like every week. So yeah, but I'm sure she is, but we're not talking person of interest. Which if you haven't watched, by the way, go and watch it. It's a really fantastic show. So yeah, but. Yeah, I mean, she was vulnerable with Bonnie, and she was making progress with Nora. Like, she was going on the up, helping kids, and not just that, though, but trying to, pursue things now that she and Mary Louise are no longer an item. So, yeah. And I think she could, that's what I really liked about Valerie as well. I mean, obviously there's a lot of trauma when it comes to Valerie's character. So, her seeing the light makes so much sense. But I could definitely see, Nora, that's it though. I could definitely see these characters, maybe not Mary Louise, I don't know. But even Beau, who doesn't speak and all of that, it would be very interesting to see these characters slowly turn and all of that, especially when they realize that Julian is a piece of shit. So, yeah. So, it is just sad that, Nora had the potential to be a part of, I guess, the good guys, the good side. So, yeah. And then she just throws it all away. I mean, hopefully it's just a little blip, but it does seem at the minute like a regression. So yeah. And that's it though. When Nora was like, look, we're done. This is it. It's over when it comes to her and Mary Louise. I was, fine by it because of the fact that, she was being so... Mary Louise was just absolutely ruthless. Still denying Valerie's pain. And still thinking that Julian is a fucking saint. And it was just rough. So, for Nora to have the... it's not an easy thing, but for Nora to have the efforts to be like, look, we're done. I can't take your bullshit anymore. yeah, it was great. But that did get a little bit undone in terms of, I mean, of course it was a bait for Julian, but that really, yeah. So that really backfired much for Stefan, didn't it? So yeah. But yeah, Mary Louise was making excuses left, right, and center in terms of backing Julian as the knight in shining armor or some shit, because yeah. And there is the idea that, you know, Julian is hurting and all of that. And again, I don't want to sound like an insensitive twat and all of that, because, you know, pain can be valid, but he was the one that drove her to death. This wouldn't have happened if he didn't throw that ultimatum out there. So, and again, I couldn't help but think about how he was, you know, again, just rubbing it in Valerie's face about the fact that she lost her child because of him. So it's not like Julian didn't know. He made that established in episode 3 in the flashbacks, and he even knew. It's not like like he only just knew that Valerie was pregnant. He knew it was Stefan's as well, and he continues to rub that in her face in the 21st century. As far as I'm concerned, there is no sympathy when it comes to Julian. Like, to quote Damon, "You made your bed." So yeah, but I mean, we are seeing him go off on the deep end now that Lily is no longer a part of yeah. So yeah. Oh boy. But I'm really excited to see where things are gonna go with this. I mean, it sucks, but this hell dimension for both brothers, yeah. Oh boy. It's gonna be, again, it's always a very interesting concept. So yeah. But yeah, Julian, I was kind of hoping he would die in this episode, not gonna lie. Just because of the fact that, okay, well, I assume he's gonna get a little bit unhinged. He went full unhinged in this episode, and Damon and Stefan need to put an end to him. So yeah. But yeah, it was rough for Damon and Stefan. So yeah. He is a piece of shit. He is a real piece of shit, is Julian. So yeah. I just hated the fact that he had the audacity to claim that he, you know, like, he had he basically spelled it out that he had no involvement whatsoever in what happened to Lily. That yeah, he's taking no responsibility, no accountability for his actions, and it makes me sick because of the fact that, again, if it weren't for him throwing that shitty ultimatum to Lily, this wouldn't have happened. Lily is a caring mother, and she is a mother to both. She is a mother to both Valerie and Damon. At the end of the day, yeah, she might not have gave birth to Valerie, but she still took her in. I mean, there were some really, really nice moments in terms of the eulogy from both Valerie and Nora. But that just goes to show about how much of a mother Lily was. So, and also, blood does not define you as in terms of family. I mean, yeah, sure enough, that is always going to be the case whenever you're going to be linked and all of that. They can by default be family and all of that, but if they do something to piss you off, or if they've done something heinous or anything like that, you could easily just remove blood related people from family, because again, family is not defined by blood, and it's the same in terms of including people who are not related to you by blood but can still be family. And that is very much the case when it comes to the heretics and Lily. So, and I've done it where, you know, people who are not related to me by blood are like siblings to me. And just as much, there have been family members who have been connected, or there have been members connected, should I say, by blood, who I don't really associate as family because of some of the stuff that has happened and some of the, people they have become. So Lily was never going to do that, and it makes me sick. So it makes me sick that Julian is like putting on this woe is me crap. So yeah, I hate him. He's a piece of shit. So yeah, I did like the I did like Caroline's story as well in this episode. Now that she is showing, and not just that though, but it was very, very moving stuff, like with her and visiting Liz's grave was not. I was not expecting that, but it makes sense. It's their first Christmas apart, and yeah. So I think there was even a mention last year about the importance of Caroline and Liz being together at Christmas, and now I can definitely see Caroline calling one of the or I can see one of the kids, should I say, being named after Liz as a nice tribute. So yeah, but that was a really, really beautiful moment. But I also really, really found it very interesting to see some of the ramifications impacting Caroline in terms of her pregnancy. Emotions are already heightened, as we all know, when it comes to being a vampire. So it's kind of like who you are has been amplified. But it seems like her abilities, not her emotions, otherwise that would be like an amplify to the amplified, right? So, it does. Well, I don't know. Like we know that she was very, very organized in terms of that pregnancy class and all of that. She was on it, and she was ensuring that she was, going to be super, in control in terms of I have this handled, and I want to make sure that I have this handled. So yeah. It's like she's become, the know-it-all in class and all of that. It's like that, basically. But in a good sense, But, obviously we're talking about certain abilities heightened because we saw her lose control a little bit. So yeah, and then we heard her eavesdrop on, the people that were shit talking on Alaric and Caroline, and it was like, so yeah, and not just that though, but obviously I didn't take into, and it's dumb for me because I know cravings can be a thing, I guess normal pregnancy. So and when you're a vampire, cravings can become a very, very important aspect. The need to feed on blood and all of that. So yeah, it would make sense that that would be heightened. I just wasn't prepared for the comment about her mixing blood with mayonnaise. It's a good job I haven't eaten yet. I'm just saying. It makes sense in terms of, because, when it comes to normal pregnancies, I've heard, like, people will have weird combinations and all of that anyway, so I guess it makes sense. So, yeah. Although, it would have been so cool, though, if, like, I guess for Caroline, if she could, if she, could actually fully replace blood with normal, like obviously during this period of her being pregnant and all of that, but who needs blood? I've got all you can eat buffet and all of that. I don't know, so just blood with mayonnaise is like bleh. So but it was really good to focus on Caroline's story, so yeah, as well as the fact that she's got that assurance, but now Stefan and Damon are both flawed and they're going through their hells. So again, next episode should be very, very fun to go through. Not for Damon and Stefan, big time, but Like I said, when it comes to a concept of creating a hell for a character to go through, or characters, there could be some very interesting ideas. There could be, in terms of how to utilize them, as well as potential character growth. So, yeah, but we'll see what happens. But that was episode number 9 of season 7 of the Vampire Diaries. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!